The Forbidden Fruit Part 5, The Return to Umudike, The Messenger's Plea. The sun was setting over the hidden kingdom, when a desperate messenger from Umudike knelt before Ifeoma and Ogun. His face was weary, his clothes tattered from a long journey. "Great One," he pleaded, his voice trembling, "our land is cursed again. The rivers have dried up, the crops have withered, and sickness spreads through the village. The elders are gone, and the people suffer. They beg for your forgiveness. They beg for your help." Silence filled the air. Ifeoma's heart pounded. The very people who had cast her away now sought her wisdom. The villagers of the hidden kingdom whispered among themselves. Ogin's fists tightened. "After everything they did to us, now they come crawling?" Ifeoma stared into the distance, remembering the day she walked through the gates of Umudike for the last time. The pain of her banishment still lingered, but so did the love she once had for her homeland. "No one should suffer as we did," she finally sighed. "If we have the power to help, we must." The return to Umudike. The journey was long, and as Ifeoma and Ogun approached the village, they saw the truth with their own eyes. Umudike was dying. The once golden fields were now barren. Children sat weakly in the shade, their ribs showing. The great river was reduced to a muddy trickle. The sun shone harshly, but it gave no warmth, only suffering. As they entered the village, people rushed to them, falling to their knees, begging for mercy. The same villagers who had once cast stones at them now wept and touched Ifeoma's feet, calling her the wise one. Ogin's heart burned with anger, but Ifeoma raised a hand, signaling for silence. "Stand," she said gently. "We cannot change the past, but we can heal the present." The wisdom of Ifeoma. The remaining elders led Ifeoma and Ogun to the sacred shrine, where they explained the cause of their suffering. "We do not know what we have done to anger the gods," an old woman sobbed. "We made the sacrifices, we followed the rituals, yet the land remains cursed." Ifeoma closed her eyes, feeling the weight of their despair. Then she saw it. The sacred tree, the one that bore the forbidden fruit, was dying. Its golden leaves had turned black, its roots rotting from within. Ifeoma knelt before it and placed her hand on the trunk. She finally understood. "The gods are not punishing you," she whispered. "You are punishing yourselves." The elders gasped. "What do you mean? You have spent your lives fearing knowledge instead of embracing it. You have followed rituals without understanding them. You cast me away because I sought wisdom, but in doing so, you cast away your own future." A heavy silence fell upon them. Ifeoma stood tall. "The land is sick because your minds are closed. It is time to change. The healing of the land. Healing of the land." Under Ifeoma's guidance, the people of Umudike worked together in ways they never had before. She taught them how to heal the soil, how to purify the water, and how to call upon the spirits not through fear, but through love. She showed them that the balance of nature was not just in sacrifice, but in understanding. She broke the cycle of blind obedience and replaced it with true wisdom. As the days passed, the land responded. The river began to flow again. The first drops of rain kissed the dry earth. The sacred tree, once dying, began to bloom with golden leaves. The final decision. As the village celebrated, the new elders approached Ifeoma and Ogun. "Please," they begged. "Stay, lead us." Ogun looked at Ifeoma, waiting for her decision. Ifeoma's eyes softened. She had spent years longing for home, but now she realized home was not where she was born. Home was where she was understood. She smiled. "No, my place is with my people, the ones who built a home from nothing. The ones who found strength in their exile." The elders bowed. "Then we will honor you forever, wise one." As Ifeoma and Ogun turned to leave, a young girl ran up to them. "Wait," she cried. "Teach me what you know." Ifeoma knelt and took the girl's hands. "You do not need me to teach you, child. You only need to ask the right questions. And with that, they left. Not as exiles, not as outcasts, but as legends. Moral of the story: true wisdom is not feared, it is shared. Revenge is easy, but healing is powerful. A leader does not rule, they guide. The past can hurt, but the future is always in our hands.